Hello, Deb. Here is your sewer scope from today's inspection. That's me in the basement, just kind of pointing things out, letting you know that I'm actually in your basement. There's the access point through that main sewer stack. From what I can tell, I mean, as far as I can tell, it looks like you're cast iron from start to finish, which is a really good thing in a lot of ways. One, you don't have to worry about root intrusion, or hopefully you don't. Typically, there's not a lot of root growth or any root growth in a cast iron pipe. It's clay that tends to be the suspect material. That being said, this being a metal pipe in a really wet environment, it has a tendency to corrode and get bumpy. You tend to get flaking, scaling, just overall corrosion. You kind of fit into that category, right? So typical wear, normal, scaling, and then once there's that coarseness in the pipe, you start catching stuff, cooking fats, organic matter, paper products, things like that. And you'll see all of that along the way here. There was a sewer and drain sticker from a company, a local company, on the pipe. So holding water here, we'll get back to that. So my hope was that the pipe was relatively clean. Sometimes people do that in preparation for selling their house. That isn't the case here, right? So this pipe hasn't been cleaned in a while. How long? Tough to guess. Maybe 10 years. Hard to tell. I mean, a lot of that has to do with usage, number of people living in the house, all that factors in. Because the pipe is dirty, because it's holding natural materials, paper products, things like that, you tend to hold water also, which is what you're doing. So you reduce functional flow, right? So there's paper product right there. And the pipe just doesn't drain as well. Is it going to cause a backup? Yeah, potentially, but not necessarily. Do we want to get the pipe cleaned? 100%. Just for good upkeep and maintenance, it just makes sense to do that. The other thing is, especially in a real estate transaction, it would make sense to get the pipe cleaned just so you get better visibility in the pipe, right? Because of all of the stuff that's adhered to the walls of the pipe, I don't have full visibility here. So my guess is that everything's fine and that you don't have any cracks or fissures or anything like that. If you did, there'd be more of a possibility where you'd have roots growing in. So that being said, you know, I'm going to recommend having it cleaned, but you would probably be okay doing it within the first year of ownership. Obviously, sooner is better than later, and just get right to the heart of the matter. So I've got 125 feet of cable on my machine. That's as far out as I can go. When I pulled in, knowing how the property sits back, I knew I wasn't going to have enough cable to get all the way out. Most likely you're going to be over 150, more likely 175 feet out to the city connection. So beyond cleaning, you know, once you have the line cleaned out, I would just have it rescoped from start to finish, and see if there's anything that's been hidden. Like I said, I doubt it, but it never hurts to, you know, take that extra step and just be 100% sure. I'm keeping the camera rolling as we pull back. You're more than welcome to watch the return journey. Reach out to me with any questions. Let me know if I can be of service. Always happy to do so.